Chaos and fear filled the ballroom last night at the White House Correspondents Dinner. CEO and president of Newsmax Media, Chris Ruddy, was there and experienced this all firsthand. He joins me now. Great to have you here, Chris. I'm glad to hear you're safe. Walk us through what that experience was like. Where were you situated in that room when all of this unfolded?
Well, John, it was, I guess, a historic moment, right? There's not many times there's a close call for the president. Newsmax had two tables at the White House Correspondents Dinner. We typically are there. I'm not there every year, but I was there this year. At my table, Greta Van Susteren, Reverend Franklin Graham, Alina Habba, Carrie Lake, a number of notables. The British ambassador and his wife was there, Christian Turner. And we had just finished the salad, and we heard thuds, the thud sound 3 or 4 times. And I think everybody started turning around to hear where that was coming from. It sounded like from the back of the room. And immediately following those thuds, which I thought were gunshots, the doors opened and federal agents and officers and police started running down the center aisle. And then you started seeing a lot of people moving around with machine guns, automatic weapons, the SWAT police, like we're seeing on the screen now.
Yeah.
And that immediately indicated to me that we might have gunfire across the room. So I encouraged everyone at our table to get under the table or down on the floor. And then people did that. And then across the banquet, everybody was doing that. We were seeing at the same time the president being removed, the dais being cleared, and then a number of federal officials. I saw Dan Scavino, I saw Robert Kennedy and others being escorted out by the Secret Service to get them secure. So it was a shocking moment, and something that is concerning when you see this type of thing happening in America.
What was going through your mind while that was all playing out, and how long was it before you felt safe again?
Well, I think we sort of knew it was all clear in the banquet hall within about 10 minutes. Because there wasn't a lot of advisory for us. We didn't really know what was going on. It seemed to be difficult to do communications. So we were trying to piece together what had happened. We did hear early on that somebody had been shot right outside of the banquet area. So they got pretty close when you think about it.
Yeah.
One of the things, John, that went through my mind is this part of a larger effort to harm the president? And that's always, obviously, the security people think the same way. So the president wasn't removed from the hotel right away. They brought him into a secure room, and I'm told he was there for about 45 minutes while they were trying to figure out if there was any larger situation outside the hotel.
We had Rob Schmidt on in the first hour here, and I asked him about this security. What was it like going into the venue? Was it lax? There's some people that said they thought it should have been more security. What was your take on that, Chris?
So I've been around at many events like this. I've been with the president many times. I was at Mar-a-Lago when the shooter came. I was not there the moment he came in, but I was there that night. And at Mar-a-Lago, they have very good perimeter security. So I would say they had very weak perimeter security at the hotel. Pretty much anyone could enter the hotel. Anyone wearing a tuxedo could get close to the banquet hall. Now, usually, like I was at the Munich security event a couple of months ago in Germany, you couldn't get into the hotel unless you went through metal detectors first. That seems like, just a natural thing they should be doing here. Because a lot of officials are in the lobby of the hotel. Ronald Reagan was shot right outside of this hotel walking out. So it's an area where people know they can get easy access. It's not good.
Have you've been in the news business for decades now. Have we seen this type of a political environment we're in now, where violence seems to be normalized? And we've been talking about this, Chris, on the show. Once everyone was safe, it almost seems like people are normalizing this now. This was an experience you'll never forget.
Well, social media seems to polarize, encouraging people maybe to violence. We're seeing a lot of things. There's so much hate, especially against President Trump. People seem to think it's a good thing. On the left, we're hearing that a lot of folks on the social media on the left have been somewhat gleeful that there are people out trying to shoot the president and his family. I think it's a terrible thing. I wouldn't want it against even a Democrat or a liberal. I don't care what your politics are. It's a free country. We're all in this together, and there shouldn't be people supporting or encouraging violence.